Okay, welcome everyone. This is going to be a quick tutorial on Twine. Tonight we're just going to do a very simple introduction to how to download Twine, get it running, and perform basic linking, all in OS X for Macintosh. This is twinery.org. That's where Twine is hosted. TwineHub, twinehub.weebly.com, is a great resource, but is undergoing some transition right now, so it's not the most reliable way to get to Twine at the moment. So twinery.org, this is the home page. Twine is open source and freely available for Windows and OS X. You just click on OS X to download for Mac. I've already done that. You get a zip file like this. Double click to open it. And here is Twine. It used to be that Twine for OS X came with some files you had to keep with it for it to operate, but that's no longer the case. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag the application to the Applications folder, and then here it is. Now, right now, my Mac won't let me open Twine. The reason for that is of a piece of software, a very irritating piece of software called Gatekeeper. It's part of the Mac OS setup. You go into Settings. I already have my Settings panel open here. Under Systems Preferences, you go to Security and Privacy, and you'll probably find that it is currently set to downloaded apps from the Mac App Store or perhaps Mac App Store identified developers. Select Anywhere. It'll scare you. Ignore that. You may have to enter a password to unlock your privacy settings and security settings before you can make that change. If this is grayed out, then you need to enter your password. I went ahead and left this unlocked to speed up this tutorial. Once you've changed that setting, you will open Twine, and you will still get a little notification. Now, if you're going to leave the setting as Anywhere, then you just need to keep in mind that pay attention to where you're getting apps from, and if you are even on a Mac, if you are using torrents to download copies of copyrighted software, there's a good chance you'll get something that will mess with you. Also, if you're online and a web page insists you have to go somewhere else to download some form of security software, it's almost certainly a Trojan. Trojan being as in Trojan horse, it can harm your computer. This is a former student story. Popped up there. I'll reopen Twine. Just give me. There you go. New story. Close that out. This is what you'll see when you first open Twine. You'll have a start passage, story title, and a story author. You don't actually need the story title or story author passages. Previous versions of Twine did not include them automatically, but they're generally helpful. So, double-click on any passage to open a window like this. View the title of the passage and its content. For these three passages that show up when you first open Twine, or open a new Twine window, new story, you never want to rename the title. These titles have to remain the same. If I change untitled the story to my story, now when we build this Twine, my story appears as a title. Similarly, if I change this from anonymous to Dr. Toph, Dr. Toph will appear as the author of the story. Every Twine you ever create must have a start passage. The title of that passage must be Start. If you change this and don't create a new passage with the title Start, your Twine will not work at all. Let's see. This is an incredibly elementary link in Twine. This is text that will appear on the screen for the player, and so is this. This indicates a link. Everything before the vertical bar in the link, that's a vertical bar, not a capital I, will appear on the screen. Everything after the bar is the title of the next passage, the passage that this is linking to. In this case, it's appearing in red because the passage next doesn't exist yet. Oops, yes, we want to create that. There we go. Twine's smarter than it used to be. It used to be that you couldn't get it to automatically create the next passage like this. Now, if it sees that there's a passage that you call for that doesn't exist yet, it'll prompt you to create it. This is the most elementary Twine story possible. For vocabulary terms, in terms of vocabulary, any file of Twine is called a story by Twine, and each box is called a passage. Those terms are specific to Twine and are different from some of the terms we talk about in terms of things like branch points and golden paths and convergence and things like that. Build is how you turn a file like this, which is for creation purposes, into something someone else can play. You can build the story and save it as an HTML file. Once you save the HTML file, you can open it or send it to someone else or upload it to a website. But if you just need to check your Twine, you can just do test play up here. So right here, My Story by Dr. Toph. Testing, testing. Here's our link, 1, 2, 3. Well done. That's it. It's that simple. These are the basics of downloading Twine and setting it up on OS X. I'm using Mavericks right now, and of creating a hyperlink in Twine.